Hello and welcome to Dreams of Wings, and welcome here to sunny Alaska, and welcome to Duxford the Squadron Dog, who hitched a ride. If you think it's improbable that an RAF search and rescue helicopter paint job on an Airbus H145 helicopter would be in Alaska, then consider for 1 minute the fact that Duxford is here as well. But bless his heart, he's here, he's a brave lad. So first things first, obviously cheating a little bit with the old weather. I wanted to do a bit of sightseeing, so this is just like a generic kind of few clouds preset that I've got, and I've also rolled the clock back to the summer because I thought it'd be quite nice to, you know, have some proper sightseeing as we are saving virtual lives. If you want to come along, I'm on the Southeast Asia server. The airport code for Bryant is PAFR, Papa Alpha Foxtrot Romeo, on the Southeast Asia server. And yeah, we're just going to take off from here and see what comes our way. So let me just get the right one. You can tell I've been in the office all day. Okay, let's turn on the, there we go, got that. So, just a quick recap. If you've watched these before, you know the score, but just in case you haven't, just so that you know what we're using, I'm just going to, while I remember, we will load up Duxford again. There you go, back in your box, sunshine. So, we are using the High Performance Group H145 helicopter with the High Performance Group no, my camera didn't just freeze. I'm just having a mental block. It's the Action Pack expansion. I knew I shouldn't have done this after a day at work. Action Pack expansion. Then we have got the incredible Davierosoft Random and Anywhere. It's Random and Anywhere on the page, Random and Everywhere in other places mod, which gives us the ability to fly Random and Anywhere missions if we want, or we can tailor customize them, or, you know, change parameters, whatever we want to do. But tonight we're just going to take whatever things throw at us. And then on top of that, we've got the Kickers radio voice pack, and we've got the M. Gonzalez realistic H145 sound pack. So a few things going on there, and well worth mentioning. Let me show you where we are. Let's have a wee look here. Get the right, here we are. So let's get rid of that. We are to the northeast of Anchorage. That was clever. There we go. We're to the northeast of Anchorage. There's Anchorage. That's us here. Lots of mountains. Really interested to see what it throws at us. Hoping that we get something up this way. It'd be nice to go into the mountains, maybe do some winching and that kind of stuff. But we'll see what happens. If needs be, we can always do a bit of a cheat and use some of the, or change some of the parameters and actually kind of force it to take us up there. But that is where we are. Okay, well done. You remembered to come out of the map page. What a miracle! Now there is absolutely no way I can pronounce that, so I'm just going to call you Gig. But welcome to the stream, Gig. Might have to fire up the Jayhawk. Why on earth not, eh? Why on earth not? So yeah, last call at the moment. Anyway, we are at Papa Alpha Foxtrot Romeo on the Southeast Asia server. If you want to come along, then feel free. Right. Come on. Let's, there we go. Boosh. Let's have that back there. So first things first, as always, quick check of the physical controls. They're all working. That's great. So what we need to do before we fire up the helicopter is fire up HEMS Random and Anywhere. Or, as you will see, it is writ here, everywhere. There we go. Random and Everywhere. I'm using a test build at the moment, so I'm just still testing that, seeing what it does. So we just let that do its thing. It's gradually starting to wind up now. When it gets to a certain point, we can then do the other bits. There we go. So I'm going to wind that down a little bit. That's the only thing I'm going to do. There's Frank. Frank is our ground crew. Came all the way from RAF Lossiemouth with us. And he ate all the snacks on the way, bless him. Okay, so we'll go single player, and that's all good. Now we need to fire up our mission radio. So let's get that on, and as we're about to start whapping things around, we will put that on. Mission radio on. We're not going to be using the TDS GTN-XI in this because we're using the mission nav on the tablet, but always good to have them up and running. So at the moment it's just simulating getting things going. Right now it says push call to connect. Now obviously realistically, if this was the real thing, what we'd be doing is sitting in our crew room waiting for a shout, waiting for a phone call to come in to say you're needed. But seeing as we can't, seeing as this isn't HUT simulator, we're going to sit in our helicopter. It's a lot more interesting.
Hey, good morning all. Ready for the missions?
Right, the crew. Where are the crew? Where are they? Come on, lads. There they go. Crew are walking out now. This is all part of
good morning, Frank.
The Random and Anywhere mod. Just adds a
Hey, Frank. Good morning.
Lots of little things like this that adds to the atmosphere and the ambiance. So we got a mission. Reported injured close to peak campsite after falling in a rocky area. This is the kind of mission we like. Love it. Love it. That means we're going to the mountains, or hopefully some.
Hi, Captain.
Mountains.
Helicopter is ready to fly.
So,
final equipment checks.
Fuel tanks are almost full.
We've accepted
If
that.
you need refueling, please ask.
Guy, it's you. Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, your name's come up. I don't know if you
Thank
can
you,
see how
Frank.
it's come up, but it's come up
Flag
really
check.
weird. Okay, so let's get ourselves in the helicopter game. Checking the battery. Battery's good. That's okay.
All cabin tasks completed. Ready for
Okay,
departure.
let's fire it up. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. There we go. That's better. Right, so we've done that. We're going to go.
Preparing for engine
1,
starting sequence.
2.
1, 2.
So what do we got? At least one injured, waiting for information. Reported injured close to peak campsite after falling on rocky area. Waiting information about rescue vehicles' presence. Again, if you've watched this or if you use this, you know how
Area clear. Ready to start engine 1.
you know how it works. But it's going to simulate all that. All the other emergency vehicles actually exist in the sim somewhere. They're actually driving along roads, heading to the area. So, TOT rising, N1 rising. Let's have a quick look. Oil pressure. Oil pressure's rising.
GPU disconnected. Ready to go. Good day.
There goes Frank, taking his fire extinguisher for a walk.
Engine started successfully. Moving to other engine. Engine clear.
Bit more information now. We now know it's a 71 years old male. So again, as more information comes in through the rescue centre, that gets relayed to us. Everything's rising on the engine. We've got oil
All
pressure.
engine started successfully.
Okay, so that's good. He's going to do the leak checks.
Hold on. Performing leak checks.
Yeah, I already told him that, mate. Don't worry. He's a bit of a prima donna, our co-pilot. Let's have the strobes on. That's all good. That's fine. Okay. By the way, if the helicopter gets a bit loud and you can't hear what I'm saying, then do give me a shout in the chat. Don't keep quiet and then say at the end, I can hear what you were saying.
Okay,
Oh,
all good.
Lewis, mate, one day you and me will go flying off into the sunset in helicopters. You know you want to. Orbital, how you doing, mate? Okay, so we got 2 engines started. We can now sort that out. That's done. We can now switch on these systems here.
TOS, system test OK.
Do a quick pre-flight check of the systems. Let that run through its thing. Anything more? Waiting for info. Okay, so we now got symptoms. Strong stinning chest pain. Stinning chest pain is a medical term. It describes the kind of chest pain you get after you've had a Domino's pizza followed by a big bowl of ice cream and you went to bed early. That's where you'd usually see that. Okay, pre-flight test okay. So let's get back to there. Let's get up here and we will put that back there. Okay, so everything's good, everything is set up. Happy with that, happy with that. Let's go engines to flight. Co-pilot cat, now is not the time to start trying to jump on my lap, sweetheart. It's serious business, take it seriously. Honestly. Can't get the crew these days. So, let's have a quick look where we're going. Yeah, we're heading into the mountains. We're heading into the mountains. Right, shut up, Rob, and fly. So, wind is coming from that direction ahead, so we will lift. We'll do a quick hover check and then we'll take off that way. Quick look around. Nothing that we're going to bang into. Loads of open space here, so that's all good. We've got no warnings coming up on the on there. I will just very quickly, let's get some air on, a bit of ventilation, and that's all good. Okay, so let's do it. Actually, let me just zoom that in a little bit. There we go, that's better. Okay. Quick hover check. Yeah, that's so good. No warnings. Okay. Cheers, Frank.
We will be first on scene.
You betcha. Air mobile.
VTOS.
I think this is just in the Asobo scenery, so it's interesting they added some detail to it. It's Air National Guard base. Okay, everything's looking good. Anchorage over that way. Now, first thing I've noticed that I haven't done is we need to hook up our nav correctly. So let's just stabilize. Okay, so we need to select MSFS as our nav.
I set a possible hospital destination for our patient.
Because that's what
Infos are available on tablet.
That's what it's going to use.
Or change later.
And then we need to, you see we've got no distance information there, and that line is white. If we cycle the Garmin, no idea why that's what does it, but if we cycle the Garmin, we've now got distance information, and that will turn blue. And I've just noticed we're actually only 2.4 nautical miles away from our, I was going to say victim, but you know what I mean. So pretty damn close, which is kind of cool.
2 nautical miles from accident area.
Keeps the action going, and this could well end up being a winch job, but we'll see. We will see. So I was going to catch up with the chat, but the action has started a little bit earlier. Pinky, how you doing? Aprite, how are you doing? Some Rotor, you got a new name now. Rotor Jazz. Some familiar names. Good to see you, chaps. So let's now have. No, let's have you. Nice detailed scenery here. I did wonder what it was going to be like, but it's
Rear crew, we are approaching the landing
not
site.
too bad at all.
Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead.
As they say, no. Of course there's terrain ahead. Okay, let's see if we can find our casualty.
Terrain.
There we go. Oh, we got a nice look at that. Nice little camp. We've got the campfire going. They're all hanging out. Saying, hang on a minute, fellas. Hang on. Who called the RAF? Let's have a look. Interesting terrain. We're gonna winch.
Rear crew, prepare for hoist
We're
operations.
gonna winch it, baby, because this is a mountain.
Opening door, preparing for hoist operations. Hoist boom extended.
Right. Shall we just concentrate on flying for a little bit?
We are reasonably close. We are too high appropriately.
Lads, don't all talk at the same time, eh? There we go. Blown a little bit.
50 meters.
Okay, so stabilise it there. Now we can. Oh, that's it.
We are too high.
So I've just locked in the hover mode, and now we can just kind of
We are
walk it
too
over.
high.
There we go. So I'm just walking it over now, and now we can come down a bit.
We are too high. Position is good. Hold position.
Holding.
Operator is getting hooked. Hold position.
So I'm just making slight movements of the collective before we jump out. There he goes. All right, sunshine.
Hoist is running down.
There we go. Good lad. Down he goes. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful over there.
Hold position.
Nice flying. Doesn't that look great? Right, just making a slight correction with the collective. So,
Is getting hooked.
here comes the second one. This is the kind of mission I love. Forget rescuing people who've fallen off a chair in a high street. Being up here in the mountains, look at that. Puts hairs on your chest. So the lads now are going to head over, and there's our patient. I think his mates have kind of half buried him in the ground, which is a little bit rude, but oh, steady on lads, don't follow suit. But anyway, beautiful. Orbital 202 Squadron will fly anywhere. Anywhere. Right, quick check on everything. Just going to get the engines up there. We're quite heavy. We've got a full tank of fuel. Lewis, are you still there? Lewis, come in. Oh well. I think he's gone. Green Aviation King, hello. Welcome. Oh, let's watch the old collective. How are we doing down here? That is nice, isn't it? Let's right down there, fellas. There we go. You can see the lads just working on the patient, and they both now just stood up, which means they're about to do the oh no, he's bent down again. Let's it's getting a bit drafty in here. Let me show you.
Patient life signs are fading.
Okay, that's not good. So you can see here we don't have a name yet. Presumably they're not able to give us one. John Doe, fictional, 71 years male, camping accident at Peak campsite. Status upon medical arrival unconscious. That's not a good sign. Patient assigned emergency code 1. That is not good at all. We've now got a heart rate and we've got oxygen saturation level, and patient's got a life score of 33, so that isn't great. So this might be one that we've got to be a bit quick about. So we're just descending.
We are too high.
Yes, that's why we're descending, old chap.
Hold position.
There we go. Come on, mate. Open the door.
Please stand by. Hoisting preparations are ongoing and will be completed shortly. Set hover conditions. Hold position.
I am. And I am standing by.
Hoist 3 to helicopter.
Come on, mate. Wake up. Now, to be fair to him, they could be walking over.
Hoist 1 plus stretcher to helicopter. Opening door, preparing for
There we
hoist
go.
operations.
There we go. We'll accept distance selection. I don't know where it is. I'm
Hoist boom
looking at the moment as
extended.
I'm concentrating.
Hoist is running down.
Hey, Sparky, how you doing? You're at work. Bless your heart, mate. Are you having a good day, Sparky?
Hoist on ground. Personnel is getting hooked. Hoist is running up.
There we go. There's our casualty. Checking the systems, everything's looking good. So our hospital is 8 nautical miles away, so that's not bad at all. Near bad.
Hoist is running
There's
down.
our patient. Cheers, Orbital. Good to see you, mate.
Hoist on ground.
Sleep well.
Personnel is getting hooked. Hoist is running up.
Yeah.
Hoist is up.
I know what you
Personnel is
mean,
strapped
Sparky.
in. Hook is in. Hook boom is retracted. You
Okay.
are free to leave hover.
Okay, we're ready to go. So, quick look around. Everything's fine there.
Cabin secured. Ready to
That's all
fly.
good. Let's get some height. Wind is coming from this direction, so we'll just gently rotate round. Gently rotate round. There we go. I'm just going to get above Guy and get quite a bit above him because it'd be rude to give him a load of downwash. Okay, so cyclic trim release on now and disengage autopilot. They're gorgeous. Nothing like being up in the mountains. I'm glad that we got a mountain rescue as our first shout. That's pretty cool. So we're on to the hospital now. It's always an interesting one. Let's get rid of that. It's always an interesting one where you have a hospital that you've never been to before because, of course, the sim can put anything on top of the photo scenery. So this mod is very clever in that it can see where all the hospital helipads are on the map. So it's picked a hospital near us that's relevant to what we're doing, and it's going to. That's where it's telling us we've got to fly to. What we don't know is what the autogen has done. So the autogen, you know, sometimes you can turn up to these places and there's a tree on it or right next to it, or there's a building on it, so you never quite know. So we will see, but we're going to Providence, Alaska Medical Center. What's that? 3 minutes out. Just be careful with the speed. I want to get there quickly, but I don't want to overtalk the engine. So I'm just trading some of our heights for speed, rather than, you know, winding the engine up too much at this stage. So we're almost, but not quite, kind of gliding down, ish. And we have, let's put the labels on. Let's see, we've got CEO of Boomers, there you go. We've got City Hopper. Ah, so that wasn't Guy.
500.
Why did I think that was Guy? Guy, are you City Hopper in this today? Okay, 2 minutes out.
Too low. Terrain. Too low.
Please be quiet. We know what we're doing. Have no fear. The RAF is here. Yeah, I thought I'd give Alaska a try. We were talking about it on the stream the other day, and I was looking for a good location where there was a good mix of terrain, where you've got kind of an urban area, mountains, and I just saw that Army helicopter base and thought, wow, what a great place to start.
2 nautical miles from the hospital.
So here we go, in the thick of Anchorage. Okay. I just assumed that was you, Guy. I don't know why. What are we going to get in the way of a helipad? What are we going to have? What is fate, that fickle mistress, going to throw at us today? What do you think, mate, eh? No, not interested. He doesn't care. He doesn't have to do the flying. All he has to do is eat the snacks. Right, we've got a mast up ahead. Is that cables or is it just a mast on its own? I think it's just a mast on its own. That's another one. Ooh, bit of turbulence there.
Destination in sight. Medical crew is waiting on landing spot.
Right, where is our helipad? Give us a nice helipad, go on. Yeah, look at that. Oh, you beauty. You beauty. That's a helipad. Okay, so let's have a quick look. Oh, that's interesting. We have an error message has come up. Mission cannot continue. So I'm gonna give it a try anyway. We'll get down on the ground and see what happens. Not quite sure what's happened there. So because of that dirty grey building, there is absolutely no way we can come in from behind it. So we'll come in this way. Actually, no, I think I will come in over the road. That way, then we're avoiding the obstacles a bit more. Does mean we've got a bit of a tailwind, but don't have much choice of that building then. That is a lovely helipad. It's not often you get a helipad as nice as that. So wind is now from the left. I'm getting a bit of shaking going on. That looks so good in the walls and everything. That must be, that's like a handcrafted kind of thing, isn't it? It's obviously something Asobo have done, I guess, because it's quite a big city. And we're down. Engines to idle. That's a lovely helipad. Okay, I should just bring that round here. No, it's always nice to see new people flying along as well. If, by the way, you want to join us, then we are on the Southeast Asia server, and the nearest Merrill Fields, Papa Alpha Mike Romeo is the nearest at the moment if you want to spawn in there. Lars, how you doing? Of course, City Hopper, should have realised. Here's something for you, Lars. It's the very boring fact. Back in the 70s, I did a school project on airports and airlines, and my dad had been on a flight to Holland, and he'd flown City Hopper at some point. He'd flown KLM and City Hopper, and I had loads of pictures of City Hopper in there, and I always remembered it as a kid. There you go, boring fact. Right, back to what we were doing. So, the where have they gone? Okay, they disappeared because we're on a funny pad. You can't see it, but my crew have just disappeared with the patient.
Patient has been deported to the hospital and is safe.
There we go. So that's interesting. Even though we got the error message at the top, that has worked. Is that... Okay, so my crew have gone off and we haven't got the skip paperwork button. Probably because it's hidden behind there.
Cabin secured, ready to fly.
No, we're all good. So let's have another mission. What have we got? 59 years. Oh, I need to accept it first. Where's it gone? Oh, we've already. Here we go. So we've got an error message. Hospital, okay, not worried about that. Sometimes when you get these funny little messages, it's just telling you stuff, especially because this is a test build.
Cabin preparations, please wait.
But you can continue without it, so I'm going to ignore it. See what we get. Cabin preparation is still winding up, so that's them packing away all the bandages and all that sort of thing.
We're set to go.
There we go. So it's looking okay. At least one injured. Waiting for information. Fire control received a call reporting a fire caused by RTC. One of several vehicles has been involved. Injured have been reported. So we've got no information yet about what other rescue vehicles are on the way, but they will be. So we are going... So heading down to the coast. Okay. 12.6 nautical miles away. That's okay. I'm quite liking this because it's we're not having to do too much A to B. It's a bit more action. Obviously quite a good location to do this kind of stuff here. Sorry, Lars. I assumed you were Dutch. Okay, quick look around. Everything's good. Waiting for that to go to 101. There we go, 101. We've got no warnings. Crew are all in. We all ready, lads? Yes, of course we are. Okay, wind is up behind us. Obstacles are bloody great building, trees. Some stuff going on there. I'm going to reverse off this helipad. Got plenty of clearance. I'm just conscious of where the wind is. Quick cover check. No warnings. Everything's working fine. Okay. Proceed. Lovely jubbly. Head into wind.
VTOS. VY.
So, just being a little bit careful here, there are some pretty tall masts, as we can see over there. Look at the mountains. Certainly an urban area like this, you've got to watch out for the masts, any kind of pylons of wire, all that kind of stuff, apart from the obvious things like tall buildings. So as I was saying before, while we're let me just pop this on and I can show you some things. So while we're doing all this, you can see we've got an ambulance which seems to be out to sea for some reason. You've got a police car, and these will actually exist in the they will exist in the sim. If we were flying over there now, you'd actually see them moving along, which I just think is amazing. The amount of detail that is in this is crazy. Okay, let's I'm just using the beep trim hat switch on the collective just to get some height, and at the same time with the hat switch on my cyclic I'm just coming back on the speed a bit. It's very easy to find yourself in an overtalk situation. Okay, I'm just going to take back manual control. So it's behaving a bit strangely, so we'll have a look at that once we've there we go. What's the wind? So wind isn't too strong. Sometimes wind can do some strange things if the wind is too strong, but the wind's not too bad at all, so I wouldn't expect that to be causing any difficulties. But the autopilot just for a minute there felt a bit wobbly, so I've just taken back control. There's the MH60 over there. Pulls and pitch. Pick up the speed again. Get to VY because we need to get over them there hills. In fact, I think what we'll do is we'll just contour around here a little bit. Contour around the coast. Then we can keep our speed up. See on the left there, or they've gone there. Those there's like a red horizontal line, which is the kind of maximum for single engine operations, and then you've got the teardrop on its side, or Dorito of Doom. Where if you hit that, you are over talking. Matt, how you doing? Good to see you. There's another MH60. Look at that. It's lovely. It is so nice flying with other helicopters. It really is. If you want to join us, we're on the Southeast Asia
Ambulance
server.
with no paramedic, police, fire engine are on the way to the accident site.
There you go. So that's an update from the doctor, who is in touch with the people on the ground, and those rescue services really will be on their way. We're just going to come around here now. Isn't it magnificent? Even you look like you've got a little bit of a smile on your face. Yeah, you. Doesn't happen often, but I think he's smiling. Okay, let's see what we've got.
I set a possible hospital destination for our patient. Infos are available on tablet. We can confirm or change later.
Oh, co-pilot cat, now is not the time, sweet. Oh my god. Okay, just lay down there. I've now got a cat on my lap. No, 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 no. I'm declaring an emergency. There we go. Right, where's the wind? Wind's
2
behind
nautical
us.
miles from accident area.
500.
See what we've got to deal with here.
Rear crew, we are approaching the landing site.
Let's just be over the top, so we'll do a quick hippity hop. There it is. Okay, so this is a nice easy one. I think we can land on the road next to the yeah, we can land on the road right next to where it's all kicking off. Wind is behind us, so we're going to come back out over the water. We can close the tablet now to get a better view. Slam the anchors on. What's the wind? 16 knots. come on. Need the cops to close off this road. This is going to get quite interesting.
We are reasonably close.
I bet your ass we are, sunshine. Just walking forward a little bit. Interesting. We started to climb there for some reason, almost like we got an updraft. Okay, collective is right the way down. That's all good.
Rear crew, prepare for ground operations.
Okay, I wonder if we get an indication from the doc how long he thinks he's going to be on the ground. Right, 59 years old, female, responsive, fire control, yeah, we know that. Ambulance has reached the scene, but crew requires further assistance.
Helicopter in position.
That's what
Rear
we're
crew, you are
about.
clear
We've
to
got
start operations.
got a doctor on board and a specialist paramedic. Fire engine crew arrived at location, we can see them, and the police are here as well. Heavy bleeding head wound. Info from doctor, estimated ground operation time 4 minutes, so
We
we'll
need
leave.
time for ground operations, please. Stand by.
We'll leave the engines running. Let's hop outside. That is a bit of a prang, isn't it? Isn't it amazing? This is a free mod. A free mod has generated a random mission on a road with casualties and emergency vehicles and all that sort of thing, and then it's going to assign a hospital to us, and this is a free mod. It just blows me away. Where is it? There it is. Look at that. Beautiful. US Coast Guard. Okay, I'm going to jump back in here and let's bring up the medical diagnostic page. There we go. So we'll just keep an eye on that. Lock off the head tracking. As they work on the patient, we'll get more information coming through. So we've got a name now. Mackenzie Phillips, 59 years old, female, road traffic collision. She's responsive, which is good, and she's been assigned emergency code 2. Which means immediate risk of serious injury, so it's kind of in the middle there. Life score of 60, so she's doing alright, certainly compared to the last one. She's not doing too bad. Weedy, you certainly can, but that would be cheating. Chinook, how are you doing, mate? How you doing? What Wheelie is referring to there is if we click on that, we can have a little hover, and that circle, it kind of shows you where you're going. I've got to be honest, it's funny, I rarely use that these days. I used to use it,
We have to pick the hospital helipad.
I used to use it quite a bit when I was learning to fly it, but these days I rarely use it. Okay, so they're going to go and get the patient.
Cabin secured, ready to fly.
Providence, Alaska Medical Center, that's a good. So it looks like we're going back, that's cool. So just keeping an eye on that patient conditions and the heart rate and the oxygen saturation level, and that kind of gives us an idea of which direction this is going in. Right, Jez, you are seriously missing out on the live weather. When I put the live weather on when I started, mate, it was it looked pretty murky, and it wasn't exactly sightseeing weather, which is what I'm trying to do. So, unless it's changed drastically. Lone, how you doing? LG in the house. By the way, Guy was just referring to the fact we do have a Discord. Okay, it looks a lot better there than it did when I was on the ground, Guy, that's for sure. Visibility is much better than it originally was. Yeah, we've got a Discord, so while I'm on the ground, I know it does it automatically, but I'll pop the link in there. Come along and say hello. We've got a good, certainly a good helicopter community in there. Also warbirds if you're into that, and general aviation. Just a good bunch of people. I'm very lucky. I'm very lucky that I've got some really good people in the Discord, and it's the people that make the atmosphere and make it. Sorry, I'm being very rude, but someone's put a comment on a video and I'm just responding to it. There we go. There we go. Oh, okay. Maybe that's what it was like when I was on the ground, Guy. It was just pretty thick, and you couldn't see a great deal. For an awful minute then I thought I got so carried away with the conversation that I'd forgotten our fella. Let's jump outside again, see what they're doing. So yeah, I was saying at the start, it simulates all the different tasks that need doing and the time that it takes to do things, and I don't know where the lads have gone. I think they've hopped in. Have they? No, maybe they're working on the patient in the ambulance or something like that. Could be. You never quite know, hence random anyway, you never quite know what it's going to throw at you. Sometimes the patient will go with the ambulance. Sometimes the patient will go with the ambulance and they'll take your doctor with them so that he can work on them, and then you just have to fly to the hospital to pick up the doctor. So if you want, that's the thing about this, if you want some truly unexpected missions to fly, then this is the thing. It really is amazing. For me, doing this kind of work, it's almost like it's a separate sim. When I'm doing like the IFR ATC stuff in the Aerostar, or I'm flying warbirds, it could almost be a separate world, a separate sim. Yeah, I could do this all day long. I love it. Platty, axes. No, see, I'm not a technical guy. People keep saying that I should use that kind of stuff, or what's the other one? Spad next and all that kind of thing. I just want to fly. The whole process of assigning stuff and messing about with what do they call them? Is it LVARS or something? LVARS? I have no idea what that is. I don't want to know. I just want to fly. So but I know it's a necessary evil. That's interesting. Ambulance is moving to Providence, Alaska Medical Center. Reach the hospital and wait if needed for the doctor to board. Do you know what? I didn't even listen to that. I was not paying attention. But well, no, the ambulance is still there. So we might have a bit of a glitch here. Essentially what that is saying, when I was talking before about the just thinking. Yeah, I was talking before about how sometimes the doctor and the patient will go on the ambulance. And this looks like that kind of scenario, but nothing's happened. Nothing's moving. Let's have a look. What's our status? So our door is closed. I do know that if we get to the hospital we can skip, so I think we might have to do that. Let's have a look. I'm going to take off just in case that triggers something. If that's the case, Guy, I'm seriously impressed with how clever this is. Do you know, it might even be me. Let's have a look. There we go, 101. No, I think he is stuck. Okay, that's all right. It's not the end of it. We'll head to the hospital, and then if he's not moving, we'll skip it.
VTOS.
So we got that data range exceeded error come up.
VY.
So just for testing purposes. Bear with me. Oh,
Hey, watch out!
What
Reduce
the
collective.
hell
This
happened
is not
there?
an aerobatic helicopter. Please keep calm.
what did I was trying to click debug, but I obviously clicked something else. Okay, so let's see where we are. I was trying to get to that and take a screenshot. There's some kind of teleport button there, and I think I clicked that by accident. Always lock off the head tracking before you start clicking, lads. Okay, right, let's see where we are. Well, the hospital is, sorry, the ambulance is still stuck. Where are we? Oh, okay. That's alright, we're not far from the hospital. So I'm hoping that when we get to the hospital we can actually cheat it. Okay, well we're screwed here in the trees, so this could be interesting. This is going to hurt. Go on, go on, go on, go on. Oh. There you go. RAF helicopters also doubling
2 nautical miles from the hospital.
as tree pruning services.
VY.
See you there, guy. Alpha! Alpha, how are you doing, mate? Long time no speak. Hope all is good with you, my friend. Yes, that clicking around on the pad. Whenever possible, I do try and lock off the head tracking because it's very easy to click and have a head movement and suddenly you're clicking the wrong thing, as we saw there. But interesting, I've never used that teleport before. I don't even know what the function of it is. I just saw the words teleport as we started to go flying across the scenery. Right, so same procedure as before. We'll come round. Coming in at a slightly steeper angle than I would like to.
Watch out! Reduce collective, now!
And oof, that is Vortex Ring State.
Hey, hey! We crashed! Everyone okay?
Look, will you just calm down? We didn't crash. That was a controlled landing to test the suspension. Yeah, that's what happens when you come in too high and you drop the collective trying to get down. So let's just bring it over. Rookie error. Proper rookie error that was.
Nice landing.
Yeah, you didn't like the last one, did you, Moni? Okay. Now I think this mission is broken. It's not going to let us do it, is it? I was kind of hoping we'd get some kind of a skip, but we're not. So, is there anything else that I can do to trigger it? I don't think there is. I don't think there is. So, what we're going to do is we're going to abort. What is the time? Should we do another one? I think we should do another one. I think we should do another one. Yeah, we'll use the test build again. It's acting a bit funny tonight, but we'll use it. We're all back again. Okay, let's wind that back there. And we'll go, yeah, start location. Or do we? Let's have a quick look. Go use location. So that'll mean that whenever it does something, it plants it where we are at that time. Single player. Now we just wait for the mish. Look at that, lovely Huey. I love the Huey. Anything that Taugs Hangar does for helicopters is marvellous. Injured have been reported in the camping area. Oh, I hope.
We are securing the equipment. Stand
If
by.
that means we're going back up into the mountains again. Are we going to the mountains? So you can see there, cabin preparation. That's the lads in the back, just getting everything ready.
All
Wind.
cabin tasks completed. Ready for departure.
Not really going to the mountains, but it still looks quite interesting. Okay, at least one injured. Waiting for information. Injured being reported in camping area. Waiting info about rescue vehicles presence. So we'll just look out for that. That's good. Happy with that. Quick look over here. 101 there. Engine's good. Nothing warning here. Fuel is good. Co-pilot is, yeah, he's looking eager. We've got our nav hooked up, so that's working. Let's go. So wind is behind us. Obstacles are big building in the front, an MH60 there, some trees there, a Huey there. So I'm going to we'll back up again, same as we did before. Back up and then head off. Quick hover check. Yeah, that's so good. Watch the building, sunshine. There we go. And if we have an engine failure, we can plonk it back down. Let's head into wind. Yeah, that vortex ring state on the landing there is a very, very good example of not letting your desire to plonk the helicopter down get in the way of your sensible flying knowledge, knowing that you're going to get into a vortex ring state if you've got too high descent rate. Low speed. Armchair flying instructors do love to point out on videos about vortex ring state. But I would deserve that one because I shouldn't have done it. Kind of error you shouldn't really be making once you've got a few hours under your belt. Okay, so check autopilot, couple. There we go. Mugger T. Deploy. Check up with the chat. Blimey, there's a lot of chat. Akute, one of the voices said cabin rest secure early. Yeah, I missed that. That's the danger with chatting on a blooming stream. I totally missed that, and that should have been my signal that something was happening, but also the fact that the ambulance was still there, I just didn't.
We will be first on scene.
I just didn't put two and two together. Alpha, you've been lost in SU4. You're a brave chap. I don't touch the beaters, must admit. I have enough bother trying to get the normal things to work without going into the beaters. Woody. Yeah, we're on the Southeast Asia server, Woody. That is where we are, mate. So feel free to join. We are just about to pass. What's this? Elmendorf, Papa Alpha Echo Delta. Elmendorf Air Force Base. But we'll be passing Bryant as well up ahead. Papa Alpha Foxtrot Romeo. But as you can see, we're only 2 minutes from the accident location.
I set a possible hospital destination for our patient.
I do like how
we can confirm or change later.
we're getting a lot of action because the missions are quite close, so that's quite good. That's the kind of thing I like, especially when I'm streaming, so then you're not doing lots of A to B. James, can you do some HEMS flights from T-side sometime, please? Thank you, James. That is very kind of you. Yes. I will certainly do that. I've got
2 nautical miles from accident area.
I've got Newcastle Airport that I bought for when I'm doing IFR stuff, so I could certainly launch from there and then go in that area. Okay, so we're coming up now. Let's have autopilot off. Let's earn our pay. And let's see what we've got.
Approaching the landing site.
So I want to get visual first. There's the campsite. So wind is coming from our right. We've got a lot of trees around there. I think. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to have to land there, and I'll try and stay away from the trees as much as I can. Obviously from the trees, duh. I mean the tents. Don't want to be blowing the tents around, ruin their camping holiday. That would be very rude. See what we've got. See if I can walk it in over this way. We can kill that now. Control.
We are reasonably close.
Push the tree. Keep control. Push the building. Good clearance on the tree. Thank you. You didn't say that before, and I ain't going to let you forget it. Panicking. We don't panic in the Royal Air Force. We deal with the situation. Honestly, crew.
Rear crew, prepare for ground operations.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so engines to idle. Let's get the old screen up again. And we'll get an idea from the doc of how long he thinks he's going to be, and from that we'll determine whether we're going to close the engines down. But at the moment we've got a 23 years old female.
Helicopter in position. Rear crew, you are clear to start operations.
Injured have been reported in the camping area. We know that. No rescue vehicles at location. We are the first on scene. And symptoms, back pain and numbness, which obviously is a little bit of a concern, because any kind of back pain with numbness could indicate some kind of spinal injury.
Please stand by.
So that's something we need to be worried about. Come on, chaps. So what do you think of SU4 Alpha? What benefits are you seeing over SU3? Look at that, isn't that beautiful? I've got to say that MH60 does look the business. I love it round here, it's great, isn't it? Really nice scenery. It's one of the things I love about MSFS 2024 is that you can land in a spot like this, and it's just great. The rocks down by the water's edge. You could camp here. I could get the old Parallel 42 camp out, and we could spend the evening here. Right, quick shout out. Sky Mega, good name. Platty. There's Guy. Let me jump out of the Heliwhopper. Anyone else around? Just make sure I don't miss anybody on the shout out. Excellent flying, chaps. Excellent flying. So this is what's happening now. The lads are working on the patient. So we've got a doctor. We're HEMS, which means we're taking the critical care from a hospital to the patient, rather than just being a taxi service, picking up the patient and taking them back. So the doctor and the advanced paramedic are working on the patient now, doing what they can, stabilising. Meanwhile, we sit and wait. And info from doctor: estimated ground operation time 3 minutes. Okay, so we'll keep the engine running. Absolutely no point doing a shutdown with that short space of time. The paramedic's coming back now, and he's almost certainly going to pick up the stretcher. Let me just lock off the head tracking. There we go. Kill the labels. So there isn't an animation for the MTs in the back getting out. Yeah, okay, yeah, you see him there. So we can see he's going to grab the stretcher, yank it out. Close the doors, and off he goes. There we go. Get some fresh air. Look at that. Beautiful. Oh, okay. I see what you. Yeah, Bombletech. Yeah, yeah. So they were over there working on the patient. Who was that flying the 125? Sky Mega. Some very nice flying there. I've not flown the H145 since the update. Okay, so so we're going to Joint Base Elmendorf Hospital. Not too far away, so we'll accept that. Here they come with the patient. Doctor getting back in. You need to work on your conversation, Sunshine. Okay, let's close the door. There's our doctor there wearing the shades. Always looking cool is the doc.
Patient on board. Take care.
So we just wait for our loadie to get on. Or our winchman. He's in. So
Cabin secured. Ready to fly.
good. Got no warnings there. Engines to flight. Checking the engine instruments. Checking here. 101. See, they're all stunned. Stunned by the Royal Air Force coming in to rescue their friend. Okay, we're good to go. Everything else is fine. And no warnings. Right, obstacles. Trees to the right. Buildings to the left. Tents to the front. So we're going to lift. There's a couple of trees behind, and in real life, obviously, our crew could help us by calling out where they can see obstacles. We don't have that benefit at the moment in the Sims, so I'm going to lift to a reasonable height, and then we can reverse a little bit and then just get on our way. So, quick hover check. Yeah, no issues, engine's fine and no warnings. So let's get some more height. Watching the trees. Kick it into reverse. Stick it into wind. Oh, let's just watch the... Is that a Chinook? I think that might be a Chinook maybe, with the funny LODs going on. No, maybe it isn't. Okay, and now we can head to the hospital.
VY.
So, hospital is only 2 minutes out. Nothing in the grand scheme of things. Do you know what, Guy? I know exactly what you mean. It's a shame that the if there was something like Random and Anywhere for the MH60, I think I would definitely be using it. At the moment, the mission system with Random and Anywhere is so detailed and so in depth and so well, random, because you never know what you're going to get. I find it very difficult to enjoy the mission creation thing with the MH60, but it's a great helicopter to look at. Faux show. Oh, okay, that's good to know, Alpha. Alpha's just said about the LOD being approved, but more will follow
Rear
in.
crew, we are approaching the landing site.
SU5. Comet, how are you doing? Hope all is good with you. Right, let's come back on the speed a little bit. We've got a little bit carried away chatting there. And we've got a new helipad to look for as well. It's time to play. Spot the helipad. So what I really should have done there is been slower coming in, maybe about 80 knots, and then we could have done a nice recce rather than barreling in like an idiot and then yanking round. Meanwhile, our poor patient in the back, if they weren't feeling rough before, after that little manoeuvre they will be. So let's see if we can find our helipad. As I said before, sometimes they can be in all sorts of odd places with autogen, and I think this is going to be one of them. Okay. Yeah, okay, so this is a good example of what can sometimes happen. There is a building. Where's the wind? Let's come around this way. There is a building in the helipad, so we're going to have to land next to it and hopefully get close enough to trigger the crew picking up. There you go. So you can see the helipad down there. There's a little hut on it, but you can see the hospital staff. So wind is coming from there, so I'm going to come down and we'll fly in over the car park, and I'll try and land, maybe see if I can get close to the medical team, the ground medical team. See that little hut right on the blooming cross of the helipad. because the autogen has seen the cross and thought, oh, it's a little hot. Excuse me, not a good time to have a cough. So let's just gently come round. There's the wind. Okay, so that might be on a little bit of a ridge. Okay, I think we've got a bit of room here to be a bit cheeky. I will give the hospital crew a quick blast of the rotors. Sorry, chaps. Needs must and all that. I don't want to get too close to that hut.
Rear crew, prepare for ground operations.
Okay, that sounded good. Sounded quite positive. Interesting, we've got that message come up again. Saying mission cannot continue, but I bet it will. Yes, you can, Guy. You're absolutely right. I actually find it more useful more often than not, so I tend to leave it.
Helicopter in position. Rear crew,
So what I do, guys, I use these are the map displays. I use that to guide me when I lose it on the tablet map, because it's done the auto zoom. I use the other displays to guide me where I need to go. Right, is the hospital crew? He looks remarkably like the doctor. Did you notice that? Our doctor looks just like that fella there, didn't he? Yeah, alright. They're looking at me.
To the hospital.
They're looking at me like I'm mad. Right. So, what should we do? Should we do another one? Why not?
Cabin secured, ready to fly.
Yes. Do your worst. Random and anywhere. So what we got? Okay, it's an interesting one. Potential error there. Accident location may be invalid, please check. So we've got 76-year-old female, responsive. They are injured in road traffic collision involving an animal, situation unclear. Oh, that's gone now, that's good. So all the while this is kind of things are happening, it's building the scenario. So it could just be that error came up because it hadn't added stuff in yet. Right, they're injured reported in a... Right, there we go. Let's get you back. Oh, what's happening? Okay, it's just rebooted itself. That's a bit of a pain.
Strapping down the equipment. Stand by for confirmation.
Okay, I think we're still with it. But it was just rebooting everything to clear the mission. But we'll soon find out.
Cabin secured and prepped. Good to proceed.
There we go. Okay. Yeah, it's kept the mission. Landing spot default. Yep. That's a good. Open on map. We're going 9.7 miles away, so we're heading that away. Okay, cool. So engines to flight, fuel's absolutely fine. Let's have BMS up, check the engine gauges. Okay, no warnings. 101 there, cool. So obstacles, some trees, a hut there, some trees, and we're clear behind. So I'm going to, again, we'll lift, hover check, back up a bit, and then we'll head off. Is that alright? Is that alright with you lot in the back? I tell you what, I'm just going to have to, bear with me, I'm just going to have a slug of tea. Just to lubricate the old vocal cords. Right. So, wind is coming from my left, so I just need to anticipate that a little bit. Quick hover check. That's all good. Okay, let's put her into reverse and lift. We are now clear of the trees. Watching the 125 there. He's doing exactly the same. Oh, hello, what's that? There's some weird LOD going on over there, isn't it? That must be the Chinook. Let's get a bit closer. Oh. Yeah, it's the Chinook.
VTOS.
I can't wait for that LOD to be fixed.
VY.
It's very strange seeing a flying fuselage interior. Okay, everything's good. That little ding there means that we've had an update, so autopilot on, couple it to the nav. Let's have a look. 760 is male unconscious. There are injured reported in road traffic. Collision involving an animal, situation unclear. Ambulance, swift uniform on the way to the accident. No advanced paramedic on board, that's why we're going. Fire engine arrived at location and police has arrived at location. Symptoms, we don't have anything further yet, but that will change. I'll leave that screen up a little bit just in case we get any updates there. But what a lovely day it is in Anchorage today. Well, I say that, I've got the cheap weather on, haven't I? Guy just found a mission generator. Well, it's like a random mission generator, is it? That would be quite interesting. Five minutes out. Let's have a look outside. We've not done that, have we, for a bit? I have to be careful. Jumping outside can sometimes end in disaster with this helicopter, but I think we're alright. It's beautiful. Lovely repaint by Damo Designs of X-Ray Zulu 588, which is that helicopter there, an RAF Sea King. Was based at RAF Lossiemouth, amongst other places where I normally fly from. And Guy, who I'm talking to in the chat, Guy is an aircraft engineer for a organisation called Historic Helicopters, based here in the UK, and they look after this old girl. And a great organisation they are too. They've got all sorts of helicopters there. I must come over there sometime, guys.
Ambulance with no paramedic.
Okay,
Police,
I've
fire
just
engine
noticed.
are on the way to the accident site.
Just taking off autopilot. Just noticed a mast up ahead. So we're not observing the minimum safety altitude, which is very silly. But at least I saw it in time. Go. Just keep an eye on that. That's the danger with this, is that you could do it for hours. I mean, I'm thinking I've got to go to work tomorrow. It's 10 to 11 in the UK now, and I could carry on doing this for hours quite easily because it's just so addictive. You never know what you're going to get. It's quite good for practicing your flying because, again, you never know what kind of area you're going to have to fly into. There's plenty of low and slow kind of manoeuvring involved and all that kind of thing. It's really good, and it's free. I mean, once you bought the helicopter and the action pack, but this whole thing that we're doing now, the random and anywhere and everything, is free. It's bonkers.
I set a possible hospital destination for our patient. Infos are available on tablet. We
Flying
can
right
confirm
through
or
the
change
overhead
later.
here. Ted Stevens, Anchorage International, letting us straight through. Well, they haven't got much choice really. Joking aside though, I do try and be a little bit careful because other people are actually doing flights. And I never want to ruin someone else's flight by flying into airspace like an idiot, but I'm guessing because we're on the Southeast Asia server, it's pretty quiet over here. Pretty quiet. Okay, so we are just had the 2 mile warning. We're 1 minute out. Nothing much has changed on here, so I'm going to put it back to map. Oh look, there's our, so I was talking about the vehicles before. That's the ambulance. The ambulance is on the way. I can't resist. Let's go see the ambo. Just so you can see. There he is. Isn't it crazy the level of detail that Andrea put into this? He could have just had an ambulance pop up at a given time at the location, but no, he's actually simulated the ambulance travelling to the casualty. Look at that. We're going to beat you, mate.
Rear crew, we are approaching the landing site.
It is quite marvellous. Right. Let's see what we've got in the way of a landing spot. So I'm seeing a fire engine, I think. There's a few vehicles around there. So this is quite good setup for a quick recon. Okay, we've got what looks like a kind of a car park area there, which is perfect. But what kind of slope is it on? Where's the wind? Wind is on the nose now. That doesn't look like too bad a slope. So let's come back round. And yeah. Let's kill that. camera on. It's not resolution of the camera in this isn't particularly brilliant, but it can be. I'm trying to use it more than not, just to help assist. They do have them in the real thing, so might as well. But as I found last time, just not to rely on it too much, because it is a little bit distorted. And it doesn't show you all the objects, like it's not showing the 3D objects like the trees back there. That was interesting.
We are reasonably close.
Oh dear, look, Bambi's on the road. That was the animal he must have hit. In the subsequent board of inquiry, it will be noted, Bambi was found. Exhibit A. Looks like there's a bit of a slope here.
Nice landing.
Now, as an animal lover, there is part of me that thinks we should actually we should take Bambi instead. But I know that's not really the spirit. So I'm just going to lock off the view there, and then we can keep an eye on things.
Helicopter in position. Rear crew, you are clear to start operations.
Lars, I don't know if you're still there, but thanks for joining. Good to see you. Wow, oh UK, you maintain helicopters in Danish Air Force. The Merlin. Do you know what? I love the Merlin. I would love to have a Merlin in the sim. There's not too many modern helicopters that I'm into, but the Merlin is Merlin's a nice looking helicopter. Joel, how are you doing? I hope you're well. There's Bambi. Let's jump out. Have we had a time yet? 3 minutes, so again we'll keep the engines running. Oh, there's a lovely heli-whopper sound. It's the Huey. Isn't that lovely? Oh, I could listen to the sound of the Huey all day. So, there's Bambi, cruelly leaving Bambi aside. He doesn't look in a good condition though, so maybe not. And here's the lads working on the patient. So, in case you missed it when I was talking about it before, it's going to simulate the time it takes to stabilise the patient. That was interesting. Yeah, okay. It's going to simulate the time it takes to stabilise the patient and to work on them. And this is the kind of hurry up and wait bit where we just sit here and we've done our bit. We've got the doctor and the paramedic to the patient, and now we just have to wait, keeping an eye down there on the information. Actually, let's get the we'll get the medical diagnostic page up. So patients assigned emergency code 1, which is about as bad as it gets. Vital signs fading, and let's just take. There we go. Life score 24, which is very low. Heart rate 42 beats per minute, and oxygen saturation of 96.3%. So we're going to have to be quite quick with this one, but I suspect because of where we are, it's going to be a nice easy one. Here's the crew coming to get the stretcher. Quick check over here, feels good, engines are good. We have got nothing to worry about in terms of annunciations and
Patient life signs are
announcementations.
fading.
But what he just said is a bit worrying. Get him on board then, and while you're at it, sling Bambi on. Let me lock that off. I'm all good, thanks, Joel. All good, mate. Tuesday evening, I thought I'd go for a quick helicopter flight, and it turned into a stream. Yeah, no, Guy, I can imagine that. They're absolutely enormous, aren't they? Absolutely enormous. Platty, yeah. Are you in any kind of repaint of the H145, or are you in a standard livery? Standard issue livery. Yeah, it's hard to imagine it was a year ago. I remember going to the Sywell Air Display last year that he'd organised, and everyone was saying how amazing it was and how they were hoping it was going to carry on, and he'd done a great job organising it.
On board. Take care.
And then, yeah, very sadly, he passed away. Okay, everyone on. So good. Just waiting for our loadie to get on.
Cabin secured. Ready to fly.
Okay, check over here, check there, all good. Engines to flight. Check the engine instruments. Checking here, 101. Obstacles are trees, Bambi, fire engine. Wind is up ahead, so I'll do lift, hover check, and then we'll just go straight ahead, I think. Let's get rid of you. 101, excellent. Okay, lifting. Hover check. Engine instruments are fine, we've got no warnings. So continue. Tree sunshine. Pick up some transitional lift. Goodbye, Bambi. I'm sorry we couldn't save you, old boy.
VTOS.
I'm sure you'll make a delicious barbecue tonight.
VY.
Okay. Just looking out for labels in case anyone is actually flying around here. As I say, I don't want to ruin someone else's flight. Nobody there, that's good. So we can just weak it right round. Doesn't that look amazing with the mountains in the distance there? This is a great place to fly. If you're looking for somewhere to practice doing HEMS stuff, I can recommend this area because it just seems to be, there's so many different types of terrain and situations that the system seems to love it. I think this is probably one of the most active sessions I've had, where we're not having to fly long distances and we're getting lots of different scenarios. It's cool. Good night, Joel. Take care, mate. Yeah, it's a repaint Heliops. Oh, okay, that's probably why then. You must need to update your model mapping matching extension. Good night, Platty. I know what you mean. I'm up early for the day job tomorrow, so I am not far off. Bombtech, we are an emergency medical flight. I don't think they'll worry too much about us going through the Class B airspace. Lives are at stake, oh boy. So let's have a look down. 2 minutes out. Everything is okay there. Lovely day. So what we'll do is
2 nautical miles from the hospital.
we will drop the patient off at the hospital, and then we'll head back to Bryant, and then at that point we will call it a night. Okay, so cyclic trim override on and autopilot off. Let's put the brakes on a little bit.
Rear crew, we are approaching the landing site.
Not a good time to get an itch. I thought we'd been here before, but this is a different one. Confirmation bias. It looks like we were heading for the other airport, but no, it's here. Okay, so this is interesting. There's our ground crew, or the hospital crew. Okay. Interesting. Right, wind is coming from there, so I wasn't expecting that. Looking at the crew, but now I'm looking at the map, and it looks like we just need to get a little bit over here, but that'll be fine.
Rear crew, prepare for ground
So these must be helipads for hospital stuff then. There we go. That error message come up again, but everything seems to be working, so I'm just going to ignore it. Look over here, fuel is okay, no warnings or anything like that I need to worry about.
Helicopter in position. Rear crew, you are clear to start operations.
There go the chaps. Jump outside. There we go. Oh, Falcon, thank you very much. That's very kind of you. Very kind of you indeed. Okay, so they're now doing the transfer. That is nice flying at that 125. I need to give that a try since they've done the update.
Cabin secured, ready to fly.
Okay, so we're going to return to home base. I'm going to, just to make sure, because I'm not convinced. Where were we? It's just beyond there, so I think it's there. Sure, that's where we... Right, let me just lock this off. There, that's much easier. Now I can have a proper look. Bryant. That looks... Yeah, that's Bryant there. So select a base from map. And we want to go there. Accept base destination. Back to screen. Open on map. There we go. And so now we are heading home. The only other thing I'm going to do is if I go into here and dispatch control page on the way back, I'm going to mark us as unavailable for dispatch, and that way they won't keep calling us. There we go. Because what can sometimes happen is you say that you're going back to base, and they'll keep calling you. There we go. Okay, head tracking off, or on rather. Let's get the VMS page back up for liftoff. No warning signs here that we need to worry about. We can have engines to flight now. Checking engine instruments here and also looking here to get that to 101. Reaches over to windowsill in a highly unrealistic manner and takes a slug of tea. Which is cold tea by now, but beggars can't be choosers, hey? Okay, 101. Engine instruments are good. Happy with that. Are you happy? Yeah, he's happy. He's going back. Okay, well there's not much in the way of obstacles at all, apart from, look at that lovely Chinook over there. We've got the 125 there, so we're going to, where's the wind? Yeah, so I'm going to lift, hover check, back up a smidgen, and then I'm going to go between the Chinook and the 125 into the direction of the wind. Oh look, we've got a Marshal over there. You keep your hands up there all you like, mate, we're not landing. Okay, lifting. Quick hover check. Engine instruments holding. No, nothing coming up on the enunciators, so happy with that. Enunciators? That is named English boy. Okay, just bringing it round. Is that Chinook? No, Chinook's still there. 125 is there, so I'm just going to thread through here into wind. Pick up some transitional lift.
VTOS. VY.
There we go. Now we just got the ride home. tea and medals all round. We're only 4 minutes out. I've really enjoyed this area, I must remember it. It's really nice. Sometimes you do these things and it, even when you've wound the distance in, you can still, you know, travel 20 nautical miles one way, 20 nautical miles another. If you just want to jump in and get a load of missions in quickly, this is a really good area because there's so much going on. And I love the fact that we had a mountain mission to start off with. They are definitely my favourite. Battleborn. I'm flying a HEMS mission as I watch this. Cool. Are you doing the random and anywhere? There's quite a lot of military stuff going on over here, as you can see down there. You've got the joint base. Helicopter was getting a little bit buffeted there. So we've got the override on the MFD there. I'm holding on the cyclic trim release because I'm kind of manually flying it. So I'm holding that on because otherwise, if you try and fly the H145, if you try and do anything with the cyclic without holding in the cyclic trim release, you're constantly fighting the helicopter's computer. So
2 nautical miles from our base.
This way I can have control without missing a bolt. So we're coming up on our base. There is the one. So I'm going to come around to the left, and then we can come in over the fields between the tower and the big hangar and plonk it down. Technical term, plonk it down. I don't like to use too much jargon on the stream, as you know, but sometimes there is no other word. And plonk is what we did. Or what we will do. Chance for some nice hover taxiing practice here as well. Checking the windsock. Let's kill the tablet. Again, not a good time to get an inch on the tip of your nose. Yeah, the Chinook will be well at home here with all these other Chinooks. Doing an approach to the landing pad, but we're not going to land. We're just going to bring it up. This is where it's good practice. We'll just bring it up over, keep sliding just a little bit, and then I've got to do something about the itch on my nose. Oh, you bugger! There we go. Itch has been engaged. Target destroyed, and now we can head back for tea and medals. The trick being here not to bang into any of this expensive American hardware. So I need to just check. Hopefully, I should have wound the map in just a little bit more so I could actually click on a proper landing pads, because we're going to have to land wherever I clicked for it to end properly. But that doesn't look. Oh, it doesn't look too bad. I have to go. Oh, there's the marshaller. Oh, there's Frank. Look, there's Frank. Frank's waiting for us. Good old Frank. So you see, our ground crew is where I clicked, and it's slightly to the right of a landing point. So I don't think it's going to break if I come over. Yeah, let's come over. And then we can actually put it down on the landing pad or parking point, whatever you want to say. That's not Frank. That's Frank's girlfriend by the looks of it. And we're down. Okay. So let's have engines to idle. Pop up here. We can have the transfer pumps off now.
Mission accomplished. Well done.
Have that off. That off. Whoa, wrong one. There we go. That off. Let's get some air in. Just watching the engines cool down. Engine's off now.
Landed. Crew deboard authorized.
There you get, fellas.
Hey, my perfect crew. Hi, guys.
Oh, that's nice. It's always nice when they say my perfect
Hi, Sarah.
crew.
How are you?
Here. That's Frank's other half. Don't try and chat her up. There they go. Crew going straight to the bar. They're not messing around. Look at that. Not waiting for me or anything. Oh, maybe I was being unkind there. I think they are waiting for me. What about you? Okay. Right, quick clean up. And that's all good. I don't need to do anything else here. Mission is completed. I'm going to keep that on for the moment in case we have to do anything else. So that's good. Turn off the aircon. These are all off. Off, 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 off. Can have the lights off. And battery off. And then open the... Oh, it's gone. There we go. Mission accomplished. Look at the lads standing heroically there.
How was the last mission? Was everything good with the helicopter?
Hi, Sarah. I'm sorry. We have some bad news for you. We exceeded the torque limits.
It seems I have to work a lot on it. Don't worry, the helicopter is now in my precious hands. It will be ready to fly for the next mission.
Thank you.
That is so cool. That was me fessing up. That is so cool. So that's because when we had the overtalk situation, when I got into the VRS state at the hospital because I wasn't paying attention, it's logged it, and it's kind of well, as you can see, it's reported it. What I will quickly do is let's have a look in the maintenance. So that's not looking too bad. So we haven't really done anything in the way of damage. So that's all good. But interesting, I'll just clean up the filters. Interesting that it's made a note of it. And again, that's what's so cool about this, because there's consequences. If you get too busy talking and not concentrating on what you're doing, you can get into a VRS. Who's this walking up? What does he want? Sky Mega. They've gone to the bar, mate. They've gone to the bar. Yeah. Okay. We're all good there. That is there. I'm hearing some sounds, but we have actually closed everything off, so I think that's all right. Okay, there we go. So, I hope you enjoyed that. Battleborn, I need to figure out the cyclic switch. I'm always fired. Yeah, definitely. Do you know, I should have read the manual back when I first got this a couple of years ago. I should have read the manual, and I made a video called I think it was Heli School, where I was flying around the HPG training place in Italy, and funny enough, it was Mick who designed the Duxford scenery and also now the Bassingbourn scenery. He watched the video and he kind of commented saying, hey, you might want to use the cyclic trim release. So I read the manual, which I could have saved myself a lot of time if I'd read it to start off with. And of course it said in there, any time that you're moving the cyclic, you've got to hold in the cyclic trim release. And 9 times out of 10, when people say they're having problems flying the H145 and that it's, you know, it must be broken because it's not working properly and it's not flying properly, it's because they haven't got the cyclic trim release in. So it's well worth binding that. I've got a Warthog grip, and that's got like a pinky switch. So I have that mapped to cyclic trim release, so I can just very easily hold it on and do what I need to do. So it works really well. That anyway, thank you to everyone for joining. Thanks for the guys who are flying along. Hope you enjoyed that. This has been a really good training session for me, and all of these, I should say, they're streams, but for me they're training sessions. So it's always good to practice all these different scenarios and see what it throws at you. It's a brilliant little mod, it really is. But yeah, there you go. So you'll have seen the Discord link, hopefully in the chat. Hopefully Streamlabs has been posting that. Do come along and say hello if you want to. But until the next stream or video, or whatever it is I do next, thanks for joining. Good to see you. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.